Rob, stop, man. We've got to talk. He goes, yeah, that's well. Yeah, what do you want? I was like, mate, you got to pick the Aussie. He goes, what? I said, you got to pick the Aussie. You got to pick the Australian guy. We don't want a fucking American on set playing fucking Spartacus. Because look, I'm sorry. I know I'm saying this to a bunch of Americans, but you know, the reputation precedes you. No, I'm joking. No, it was that we really wanted to have an Australian there because of the work ethic, and I know I'm offending the fuck out of a lot of you, but you know, take some medicine. And we wanted to. I really wanted Rob to choose the Australian. So in the end, he did, and I was really happy.
I'll be paying him 10% MSC. Irony though, it was a Canadian and an English guy. Thanks, Dusty. That may have been it.
I meant Canadian.
Yeah, because nobody likes them except unless you're Canadian, and we love you, and those Americans are a little weird. I don't know. No, it's thanks, man. That may have made the difference. I appreciate it, and here I am. Yay! Appreciate it.
The next question.
Yeah.
I'm up quick.
Do you all have a favorite line of your own characters?
Jenna, what you got?
Yeah.
Cry, go on, cry. Cry, Jenna, cry. Boom. Corey, everybody, Corey.
Mine would be at the gate where he says now would be time to run.
No, I think of a new one. I heard that one.
Okay, cool.
I'm joking,
next
bro.
episode, did I not tell you you should run?
Run.
What's yours, Cristiano?
Crassus was my favourite line.
Hey?
Crassus. Not really.
Crassus had a few great ones, didn't he?
He did.
He really had some.
My favourite one was probably Caesar is a little cock slave. Who said that? Crassus.
He said what?
Crassus said that, didn't he?
I don't think so. Which show did you watch?
You can't just make lines up, man.
That cut. That cut for the final take.
Yeah, I must have cut that.
What's yours, Cristiano?
Do I have one?
You got a
I
bunch.
should probably ask myself that.
No, I'll tell you, mate. You got a
Go.
bunch. There's like,
Can't think.
you know, you're mouthy in episode 9. We're going to kill you, and you're all like, hey.
Yeah, I would have your life. I said it in the last one. I would have your life. I will have your life as I took the fucking goals.
Yeah, which is rude.
It was really good. Yeah, I like that. That's a good line. But anyway, while you think about it,
Yeah, I'll think about it.
we've got another question
I
here.
was
Bob,
gonna
green
Google
shirt,
some
green
lines
shirt.
for the show.
Mint, actually, mint shirt. Okay, don't worry about it. Alright, we got a...
Aaron is crazy for mid.
No, sorry, you go. Sounds really good. No, but...
Xena and Hercules were like TV history. So tell us a little bit about working with Lucy and a warrior princess.
Yeah, and Rob, her husband, created both those shows. Working with Lucy was fabulous. She's the most down-to-earth person. What I liked about the series that it was like she was finally able to show she had some real acting chops.
Yeah.
And she hadn't really had that opportunity in the past for, you know, she was kind of just this sort of, you know, great action heroine. Yeah. So I thought that was a wonderful opportunity for her. And but she's just, I really enjoyed working with her. She's just so down to earth. I mean, all these guys worked with her, and she's a great presence on the set, and everyone respects her because she respects you, you know. And I just really enjoyed working with her. She's just a nice person. Like Liam, you know, same thing, nice person. Todd.
Lovely.
Yep. So thanks.
Next question, boom. Cutest girl, cutest daughter. Yep, next one.
Okay, I know they had to train like a whole lot. I know you probably did.
No.
Did you have to? Like, how many hours like compared to them? How much
Christian,
did
so you're specifically asking Christian if he didn't train. So like, you guys obviously trained, but you... Obviously.
But,
Todd, obviously.
Okay, we'll take your firstborn and you can sit down.
Loving it. Oh no, now she's confused.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if you can see him, but there's a guy out there named Tyrone Bell, and he's got shoulders the size of this stadium. You don't not train when he's around. But we all went through an initiative. It was a 4 month. It was, it was the notorious 4-week boot camp that we all did. And that was the first day that I'd actually met the guys. Todd and I walked in, and Al Poppleton, who's an incredible stunt coordinator, was in charge of that. And a lot of the stunt guys who have, they've gone on to do some proper A-listed jobs.
Tamuri did.
We got Jacob Tamuri, who was Gannica's stunt double, is on to he's Tom Hardy's double for pretty much everything now, Mad Max and The Revenant and all that kind of stuff. So these guys, we're training with these big boys, and it was 4 weeks of 5 hours a day training, and that kind of forged that bond and that friendship. I wouldn't have been able to have the connection that I did with the boys and with Corey and everyone else. And the ladies all trained, and I tell you now, the ladies trained the same hours, the same circuits.
Yeah.
I'm talking, they were flipping the same tires as us for the same amount of time, which was it was incredible. So that put us in a certain.
I remember that
space.
time. Like Ellen, we had to do the sleds.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Ellen would cut a bitch. Like she's like she's
Yeah, like Ellen's super sweet and lovely.
Yeah.
She'll knife you to death
Yeah.
before you even realize
Her house
what's
is
happening.
full
So
of
Like that's not a joke. Like we say a lot of bullshit. That's probably the one serious thing that's actually would happen.
Yeah, Steve must be terrified every minute of every day.
Steve's deadly too.
Yeah, I know, but he would never hurt her. So he would just sit there and just get knifed to death. He'd just wear it.
That's Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, it is Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
But and then after, so then it became, we'd start shooting, and a lot of us would go, we'd be at set at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and we'd get the drivers at 7 p.m. to take us straight to the gym before we'd go, and we'd go to bed at 9 o'clock. And then, I don't know how we were doing it, because at 7 o'clock at night we'd be taking double doses of pre-workout, which is like 8 shots of
Yeah, that
coffee.
was a good idea.
We would have to. We actually got to the point where we would have to specifically time it. I would smash it at about 4:30, so that by the time we finished set, got in the car, and hit the gym, we were peaking on the
That is
pre-workout
so smart.
we could train.
I didn't do that.
I just remember the first time Simon took pre-workout. It was called Rip Freak.
Rip Freak.
This yellow
They're the
bottle,
best
and he's
names.
sitting in the car on the way home, and he's like, his British accent. He's like, "What is this Rip Freak?" Oh,
Ripped Freak.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if this is a good idea.
yeah. And the next day it wasn't very good.
Wasn't a good idea. No,
I'm trying to find those substances. They're not, growth hormone or anything like that, but you won't find them anymore because they've realised that. Take them off the shelves.
Yeah, I found out later. This is not a good thing to admit. While I was asleep, I may have tried to attack my own Erin. Because I was during the day all the time. I'd be learning fights, and then I'd have pre-workout, and because I would be asleep, but clearly my brain wasn't asleep. I think I was like. What the what is it? And then I would get upset because in the morning she'd be like, "You tried to punch me in the face." And I'd be like, "I was asleep. I didn't try to do anything. Did you start? I mean, sorry, but I can't really say sorry for something. I was asleep. Again, I can't stress that enough. I was not malicious. I didn't hit you, so it's perfectly fine." I've had like one story where apparently she was like just waking up and she's like, like some sort of Temple of Doom stuff. Like she just rolls out of the way. It's like Jekyll and Hyde or something. I'm sleepwalk, some sort of sleep ninja. But yeah, I was like, that's probably not a good idea. Let's not take that anymore. That's probably got too much caffeine in it, I'd say. Up the back.
Next,
Spartacus II, The Revenge of Spartacus. From the grave, zombie style. From the grave. It's a spin off The Walking Dead, but they go back in time. It's going to be pretty great. Todd's not in it, but the rest of us are. Had to recast. I had the mic, and Dusty would have said it, but I Me too. Seriously, I did a film with Antonio Banderas and Sir Ben Kingsley. Dropped that name. So that was cool. And I'm in a video game. Moving on.
I have a series coming out here October 10th called Wolf Creek, and it's on Pop, which is owned by CBS and Lionsgate, so I have no fucking idea which cable network or how the fuck you find it. Good luck, just press your buttons until you find it. Wolf Creek, yeah, it's based on the Australian films Wolf Creek, that you might know, with John Jarrett, and it's a series.
It's
It's like
Scary show.
It's a horror. It's damn good.
nothing yet. I'm auditioning at the moment. Yeah, we'll see. Fingers crossed. Watch this space.
What's this space? We go back to LA. We've got an exciting time. We've
Yeah.
got, I don't know, is Strike Back's out in the States yet?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, dope. Okay, cool. Dusty and I worked on, let's say, our third show together.
Yeah, but once again, we didn't have a scene
We
together.
were 8 months shooting and we saw each other once on set and once in the hotel.
And same with Anzac Girls and Spartacus,
Yeah.
never really had a scene.
Yeah. You want to explain that to me or what?
Yeah, I particularly always ask the producers, I say, if Christian is going to be working on this show, I don't want to do a scene with him.
I said the exact same thing. This is crazy. Oh man, I love how this works. I hate you.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this. I just finished doing The Flash. Just did a couple of episodes. Playing the Weather Wizard.
Just give me you one day, mate. Give me you one day, mate.
Yes, I get some cards.
You gotta get some dope cards.
I'm in the premiere, the first 2 episodes. So I just can't. I'm gonna get in trouble if I say.
Don't
anything.
say anything, mate.
Apparently, I can't say.
I'm
shit.
not gonna let you say nothing. I'm gonna throw this mic in your face.
Okay, and I did Vampire Diaries. but
I'm
that's
Greg
already-
Berlanti. I'm gonna be your Greg
That's already
Berlanti
been
and say.
on. That's other than that, yeah, that's all. And just auditioning, yeah, that's our life. It's like, do a role, yeah, I got a role, woo, finish.
Unemployed, yeah.
Unemployed, no money's coming at all.
Yeah, don't want it. Who needs money? It's boring. It's boring. It's like being a contractor that doesn't
Yeah, the
work.
back, yeah.
Back.
Thank you. Gratitude for all of you for coming. I really appreciate you guys. Really inspired me to start acting again.
Woo! Yeah, boy. That's awesome.
So, the show's been done for 3 years, more on Spartacon II. And I have to ask, why was it not a season? I mean, I'm pretty sure if you wanted to. Why was it not a season film?
I actually don't.
That's a question
don't
for
know.
like Rob Tappert and stars.
Yeah, I don't know. Literally, I think it was more
Todd just
to do
refused.
with. I thought it was. I could be wrong. You guys would be able to tell me more to do with Stephen Knight in the sense that he had another series that he was working on. That he was working on for like 2 years, and that Stars was going to pick up. Didn't happen, but he'd spent all that time working on it, and then got slipped up into Daredevil. So it was kind of like this weird transition where after Spartacus, he wanted to finish it at its peak, because a lot of shows, start to slip, and then they go, oh, we've got to put it off air because it's not really going well. He was like, right, it's at its max, especially because they brought like more interesting characters in by the last season. You know what I mean? Just to beat it up a little.
You stink.
If they'd offered it, yeah, for sure. If they do it, I think it'd be something I'd seriously look at. I mean, it'd be
I
awesome.
begged Rob not to do it. I begged him. So, like, you're just going to have Todd for years. And years. Like, can you imagine? Like, 1 year was a lot. Obviously enough to stop the show.
You got the call of the day. That was amazing.
Wasn't it?
That was good. That was funny.
Get a hashtag going with the show. Who knows what happens?
Sorry, Todd.
Peer pressure made me say things that I don't mean.
We've got 1 minute, 2 minutes. Let's go. Yes, ladies here. Yep, go.
Questions for Jen.
Yeah.
How difficult was that? Your character was so tragic, and I can relate to it. And I felt like you're not
Yeah, I was like,
the whole way. I was stabbed his ass and enslaved. But how difficult was that to film that? Because the way that you guys are talking, you spent hours on scenes. You know, how difficult was that to stay in that space for long periods of time? Were you like joking around with him, like
Yeah,
in
it's got
between,
super good
or did you
crying.
have to kind of stay down.
No, you can't. You can't stay down the whole time.
Okay.
You're nuts. Like that's no. Yeah, you just get. You find little hooks that'll get you into it before you do it, and you know you can take a few minutes or a couple of seconds before you start, and you just go away. You present to yourself, and then you come in and do it. That's why it's a job, I guess. Like, yeah.
Look, and to add on to that, I think that it's the ANU, a university in Australia, are actually starting to do some research in psychology behind acting and the toll that, and psychologically, what it might do to our brains, because our bodies cannot differentiate between, say, what's happening. Our brains can, but our bodies are still taking on the effects of what you're going through. So there's some interesting research, I think, being done into that space, and we're going to probably understand more about it in time to come.
Yeah, well, with that, a lot of the girls we were talking. Well, the girls get together and talk about sex scenes.